Greetings, everybody. Guzzle here, checking out a new game for you today. This is just a shadow game, and it is a deck builder, roguelite, tower defense sort of hybrid game. It's got a very kind of dark Gothic feel to it. I've heard, or rather, I saw comparisons made to Inscription, which is a game that I have not played, but it's been on my radar for quite some time. I guess I need to get around to playing it, but without any further ado, let me show you just a shadow game. It's an interesting game. Like I said, it's a deck builder and a tower defense hybrid type game. And let me kind of break down what's happening on the screen here. Here's our 5 cards that we draw to play. If you guys know deck builders, this is not really going to be that mysterious. We have 3 energy to use each turn. And so we have 5 cards to choose from every turn. But take a look here. This is our sort of... this little grid here is basically where we're going to start laying down our buildings and units that will go towards the other grid, which is the enemy's grid. The enemy already is starting with 2 different buildings there, so we have to be kind of cognizant of that. And one thing that's kind of interesting about the game is the tower defense angle of it is units will start coming out of these buildings and come down to our, you see our sacrificial, what do you call that? Just the sacrifice that's in the center there. That's what we have to protect, right? So what we're doing is putting down buildings and units to protect that sacrifice, and let's get it going. So like I said, there's the 2 buildings are there for the enemy. What we want to do is I'm going to throw down the Ratmancer here. We'll put him in the back. All right, so we've placed our first building, and you can see it's sort of like an altar with a guy praying there. What's going to happen is we have a pagan in the middle. That's that kind of dark specter with the red outline. The pagan is going to go around the grid in these squares you see, and whenever he passes one of the buildings, it's going to trigger whatever effect that building has. So I put down a Ratmancer, and it says, on prey, born a rat troop. By the way, guys, the translation is not going to be 100%, so just throwing that out there in case you were a little confused by the wording of it. But anyway, it's not important because the gameplay is fluid. I'll show you this one now. We're going to play the Altar of Bone. Check this out. As you guys can see, there's 3 lanes for this building. So the lanes do affect what you're doing. So for example, if I move this all the way to the back, if you guys can see towards the top there, the range of the lanes is not great enough to reach those 2 buildings in the back. So we want to put it in the front of our altar here so that it reaches those 2 buildings. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down. And immediately it sends an attack out there, and we almost destroyed that other building, which is pretty nice. I'll tell you what though, what I want to do is throw another Ratmancer down in the back. So we start summoning some units to come out on the field and start advancing towards the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and end the turn now, guys, because we've used all of our energy, so let's roll it. And now we will see the pagan going around spawning stuff. And this is kind of what it's all about. So the goblins are coming out after us, after these buildings here, coming out of there. All right, so each turn, you're going to see more enemy buildings showing up. So you got to kind of respond to that stuff whenever it starts to build up. I'm going to go ahead and throw this altar down. There we go. Lots of nice work there. So the thing about the altar is the more buildings we put down, the stronger the altar attack is. I think I'm going to also throw this altar down on this side, although it really doesn't... Actually, you know what? That's going to be okay right there. Let's throw that one down there. Okay, we took one of the units out. This building's nearly toast. Let's get another Ratmancer deployed in the back there. We'll get him set up, and they're going to start, as I said, deploying the units. Let's end our turn here. Oh, yeah, I should mention this, guys. We'll get to that later. Don't worry about it for now. We're moving. Let's go. Our rat men are fighting the goblins. It looks like they're doing a good job. Okay, we got more units coming in, so we got to start to respond to this. All right, Altar of Bones again. You know what? I'll put one down. That's a pretty good spot for it. All right, we took one of the buildings out, which is really nice. I think, can this one go? That's a nice spot for that one. All right. We got one more energy to use. I guess I'm going to go ahead and use another altar of bone here, because we're going to be spawning more rat units. Hang on, wait a minute. So this building... Let me think about what I want to do. I think we're going to be spawning enough of the Ratmancers. Okay, I'm going to throw down another altar right in the front there and try to get both buildings if we can. All right, hey, that worked out great. I'm good with that. Let's go. All right, Ratmen are moving out. Very nice. All right, all their buildings are done. You just put a couple more down, that's fine. All right, Soulcaster, let me show you this. We're going to sacrifice... We're going to sacrifice this building there, since we've already sort of used it, and we're going to put the Soulmancer down. And so whenever this, the Soulcaster rather, whenever the prey happens, it's going to attack 2 troops, so that'll be pretty nice. Another altar of bone could go... I mean, that could work, right? I mean, yeah. Lots of damage, man. Oh, yeah, we smoked it. Well, I think this is safe to say... I don't think we're going to have any trouble with the boss whenever he shows up. If I do 2 more sacrifices, guys, I can summon another pagan, which basically means double triggering of all of our buildings, which is kind of interesting, but we're not quite there yet. All right, what's going to happen here? I think it might be... oh, yeah, there's the boss, guys, so let's take a look at the boss. The Goblin Captain, he's got 50 health, 3 attack, and 10 defense. Attack every troop in the cell. So I'm not sure if that means if he's got a... every troop in the cell might mean, like, maybe he can attack with a lane or something. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. Let's go ahead and do another Soulcaster sacrifice right there. So we got that done. I don't think we have enough of a sacrifice we can do to trigger the extra pagan. But I'll go ahead and put that down. We'll start the damage on the goblin boss there, the captain. We got 1 energy left. I think I'm going to go ahead and put another Ratmancer down. Why not, right? Just spawn more Ratmen to go out there. We have 1 more sacrifice to make, so we can't do it this turn. End it. And let's see how our Ratmen do against the Goblin Captain. Not very well so far. It's all right, though. Ooh, we got him, dude. Great start. Don't forget to loot the spoils. All right, so the end of battle, we get a card. All right, let's take a look here. We got War Paint. It looks like to be a rare card. Or the Golden Border, rare or legendary. I'm not sure how the tiers of gear work in this. But anyway, it says each pagan summon also summons 2 temporary pagans. That's pretty crazy. It's a power, by the way. Then we have Astral Projection. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. Pretty good as well. Costs 2 energy to play. So does the War Paint, by the way. So they're kind of expensive. And then we have a Ballista, 2x Ballista. It also costs 2 energy to use it. On prey, attacks all enemies in the lane. On sacrifice, -1 prey cost. Oh, whoops. I right-clicked on the card to try to pull up the extra info on the card, and it selected it. So right or left click doesn't matter. That means you select the card. We're going to keep moving, guys. We'll just roll with that card choice. I probably would have picked one of the other 2 cards, but hey, what can you do? It's just a demo, I should mention, by the way. Continue onward and you reach a crossroads. Choose a path, mortal. So we're looking at... all right, we got a gain a common spell card. We've got a Hungry Ghost. He'll sell anything for coins. We only have 2 coins, so going to the Ghost probably doesn't make sense. We have An abandoned mansion, you might acquire the soul of its structure, a rare building card. And then we have banish 2 cards. I want to see this mansion one. Let's take a look at that. Let's go to the abandoned mansion, see what we find. It says, you're lucky, a perfect house for a good card. Okay. 3x Slasherton. On prey, damages all in its path. I don't know what the path on that one looks like. You have to sacrifice 6 buildings to use it, though. That's crazy. There's another ballista card, which you already took on the last thing. 1x Grave of Swords. It's a free card. It's 0 energy to play it. And it says, on prey, +2 attack, but -1 health. On sacrifice, born sword ghost. So spawns a sword ghost on sacrifice. Let's take the Grave of Swords. I want to see how this works. It says, don't get cocky. The journey ahead is still long. Oh, yeah? Time for Transcendence. All right, so we get to sacrifice some cards. I'm kind of thinking, why don't we do 1 Ratmaster can go. And then I think one of the altars can go as well. Keep our deck nice and trim. Their existence was fleeting. Yeah, all right. You're blocked by a group of goblins. Look, he killed an iguana, man. What's up with that, dude? What'd the iguana ever do to you? All right, we're in it, boys. Here's the next battle. We've got a little goblin hut deployed there. Is that what that is? A goblin bunker, dude, coming in. All right. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to hold off on the... Well, you know what? Actually, here's what we can do. We could use the altar first off. So did a little bit of damage. Nothing very impressive, to be honest. We have to sacrifice the altar there. We could do the Soulcaster. I sort of like Soulcaster as the sacrifice. And we want to put them in the front so they have the lane there. And then with 1 left, we'll do a Ratmancer. How about in the back there? And then, do we want to use this yet? I don't know, man. I don't think we want to use it quite yet. So I'm going to hold off on it. Whoops, that's my deck. I don't need to see that. I clicked the wrong thing. That's all right. We're going to end our turn here. Pagans are going out. Boom. 2 damage coming out from the Shadowmancer, or whatever this guy's called. Soulcaster. I'll never get that right, probably. Oh, shit. Hold on. We got a pretty gnarly looking goblin here. What's this guy's deal? Can I see? It won't let me click on him. I don't know why. I can't see what this goblin is doing. Okay, well, in that case... Oh, Ballista. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Oh. I kind of like it, man. I kind of like it, dude. We're going to do 2 ballistas there. See how these work out. We're going to do another altar to set that up for the sacrifice. So let's go ahead and put that down. Okay, those buildings are nearly done. Let's end our turn. See how these ballistas do. I'm curious about this. Oh, it takes 6 passes to wind them up to fire. Oh, man. That's kind of bad. I didn't know that's how it worked. So I'm a little bit nervous about that now. So we gotta sort of, we gotta sort of, correct this. Tell you what, man. Can I see this guy? Okay, the Brog, he's got only 2 health left, man, so we don't have to worry too much about him, actually, turns out. He just looked a lot gnarlier than he was, so. We got some rat dudes coming out there to help out with the goblins, man. Alright, I think it's time for Grave of Swords. What we're gonna do is, we'll go ahead and sacrifice this and put the, put that dude down. We're gonna put another Ratmancer out. Let's put the Grave of Swords down right there. Oh, nice. We're getting the cost reduction every time we sacrifice. That's actually pretty huge. Man, do we want to put... Let's put him towards the center in the back there. So in 3 passes, that'll spawn the, what do they call it? The Sword Ghost. There we go. one more energy, so why don't we put down another Ratmancer, man? Why not? We're gonna spawn some more of those dudes. We can summon the extra pagan now, which I think we will do. So now we have 2 pagans out here to help us kind of get things rolling. So let's go ahead and end our turn. Double up the damage here. Oh, there goes the ballistas. They're really strong. Okay. Good stuff, man. All right. In fact, I might actually sacrifice one of the ballistas and put one on the other side, I think. All right, we had to shuffle our deck because we ran out of cards to draw. If you guys have played deck builders, this is all stuff you guys probably already know about, but I'm just pointing it out because I never know how much information I need to convey. But that worked out great. I think we'll do a Soulcaster once again on this guy there. I like the Soulcasters need to be in the front because their range is not very long. But now let's put another Ratmancer out there to spawn more units. And look at that, the Sword Ghost did spawn, guys, so that's kind of awesome. We're out of energy, so let's end the turn here. But yeah, I think initially I wasn't sure about this game because the style and the you know, it is just a demo, so there's a little bit of elements that are not really, I would say, fully fleshed out, which is, it's just okay. But I think this game has a bit of potential, and I think with a little bit of polish, it can get there. And I do think it's pretty enjoyable once you figure out how all the systems work and everything. So let me throw another altar down, but let's look at where's the best spot for it. Like right there is pretty good, I think. Here we go. All right, we got that done. I think I'll throw down another altar of swords right there. We'll put them in the back. Okay, that's nice. How about another Soulcaster? Yeah, we could do Soulcaster on one of the ballistas. We don't need 2 of them there. I shouldn't have put them both there in a stack like that. That's on me, guys, because I just didn't understand how it worked. But we fixed that. Let's put a Rat Trooper down there. All right, Ratmancer, I should say. We got to wait for sacrifices, so we're done. Now the sword is out there. Let's see what it can do. The ballista fired at nothing. Oh, we got a super goblin. What is this guy's deal? Hold on. We got the Goblin Butcher. He's got 90 health, does 4 damage, 10 defense. Attacks all troops around it. Okay. I think our Ratmancers are in for some trouble here, if I had to guess. And unfortunately, we didn't have a great draw this time. I'm going to use the Altar of Bone here to attack the Goblin Butcher. So he's got his defenses up. That's the blue bar you guys saw there. So we have a lot of work to do to get his defenses down. I think this is fine as well to do another altar there. All right, it looks like we broke his shields, his defenses down, so that the rat guys are going to attack him. However, I have a feeling they are not going to be nearly enough. So let's throw down another altar for the Ratmancers to spawn. And just start sending lots of troops after this guy. Here we go. Oh, yeah. He's pretty brutal, but our, well, you're starting to understand the game. I should mention, guys, I did play around before recording the video, so that's why I'm kind of cruising through this a bit. So just pointing that out there. Okay, pick your card. We got Maternal Death. +1 energy for the next turn when you sacrifice a building. It is free to play. And then we got Rebuild. Copy the sacrifice building to your hand and it costs no energy. That's interesting. I mean, you could, in theory, move buildings around with that spell. And then we got 2x Ballista, which looks to be upgraded, maybe? I'm not sure. Has 10 health, maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure. This looks upgraded or something looks different on this one. Yeah, why don't we, let's take the upgraded Ballista. I think that's fine. we're going to keep going. All right, once again, we've got 5 coins. Is it enough for the store? I'm not really sure. We could get a building card there. That might actually be pretty interesting. Let's go this path. We'll get rid of more cards, and we'll see what the store is like. I only have 5 gold, like I said, but maybe it'll be enough. I don't know. We're going to go to the abandoned house, and we'll see what we find in there. Hopefully some gold, actually. Its soul is waiting for you. Oh, we get a new card. Okay, that's fine. Oh, 2x wall. Then 1x shelter. Oh, yeah. If it wasn't clear, guys, when it says 2x or 1x, it just means when you play the card, that's how many you get to build, as you guys saw with the ballista earlier, so. All right. The bombard, I think we're doing a pretty good job of keeping the enemy away from our grid. So it also costs 4 energy to play that, so I'm not really into this card. The shelter costs 0, and it says on prey, clone itself. Best for sacrifice. So this is kind of a sacrifice engine builder type card. And then we have the wall, which again is going to go in the front, but all right, let's take the shelter and experiment with that, try to get our sacrifice count going up. There's probably some other stuff that'll synergize with that if we can get lucky here. Now we're in the store. The Hungry Ghost has wares, huh? Okay. All right, so Harbinger Hatch. Summon 2 temporary pagans for 4 energy. It's pretty expensive. The Pregnant card is 0 cost, plus 2 energy for next turn, and exhausts. Then we have this card over here, Observer. On turn, +1 summon for a random build card in hand, and it has Echo. Clones itself to the discard pile. +1 summon for a random build card in hand. Okay, so some interesting choices here. And okay, so what is this bag here? And what is this thing of rope? Whoops, I bought it. Oh, it's a okay, so for one gold we get to sacrifice a card. We'll do that. That's fine. All right, I got to be careful what I click on. I think I want this card. We have 3 left. I mean, that's a free card. That's kind of nice, dude. And then I think we'll take whatever this bag is. Oh, this is something that's not available in the demo. Okay. I don't think this card's worth getting because we don't have... We're never going to have 4 energy consistently. You know what I mean? I don't want this card just kind of sitting out in the deck. I'm going to leave now. But that's interesting. All right. Good to know that 5 gold is enough to do something in the shop. All right, we're going to burn more cards. So let's get... Altar of Bone can go. We'll get one of those gone. And then I think Ballista's really strong. Actually, we're getting to the point where... we don't have a ton of stuff to... Let's get rid of another Ratmancer. We're going to need more cards, though, because we're getting pretty low now. But it's all right, though. It's all right. Ooh, look at this. A real challenge has finally appeared, dude. Let's see. What is this? Okay, hang on. What was that? We got the Bow Goblin. It's got 7 health. On prey, attack 3 troops. Yikes. Okay, that's bad. All right. Let's take a look. Shelter, as we know, is good for... it's free, so we'll play it. It's good for sacrificing stuff. Which... you know what? Let's throw the ballista down. We'll do one on each side this time. And that way we don't get stuck with all of it in the same lane. So we have a chance to... let's go ahead and play that. Alright, so next turn we're going to have 2 extra energy. We'll do the altar here. And then we're going to sacrifice it, of course. Actually, on second thought, it clones itself. Okay. So we don't want to sacrifice it quite yet. Let's get that done. And then we'll put the swords... How about down there? That's fine with me. Now we're done. Let's go ahead and let the pagan do his thing. Alright, one more time. I think it'll clone itself. I think that's... Oh yeah, it clones itself out there. Interesting. I thought we were going to get another card for the deck, but it just clones itself there. Alright, hang on a second. What does this do again? That's right. So let's play this first. Okay, Ballista will go down 3 times now, which is really crazy. I'm thinking let's put... Before we do that, we have 5 energy, by the way. We can play everything, just about. That's amazing. Actually, in hindsight, I should have done the Ballista first. So let's deploy Ballista there. In the back here. And then maybe... I know I said I didn't want them... I need to keep that area kind of opened up. Alright, we'll put it in the front there. I'm not super excited about that, but it's okay. Let's put the Soulcaster down. And then we're going to definitely put him, like, near the front there. And then we get another bonus Ratmancer that can go off to the side there. That's pretty good. Alright. One more sacrifice. We got it, the next pagan to come out here. Alright, let's see what we got. The sword has spawned, the sword ghost. Ballista's gonna fire. Beautiful, dude. Beautiful. Ballista's really strong. Alright, he summoned more stuff. Observation of... We're gonna play that first every time. Okay, another Soulcaster, which means 2 sacrifices. So, I don't know about that because the problem is... Well, here's what we can do. I think it's okay to... We'll go ahead and sacrifice the shelter. Oh, we place this one first. Then we do another shelter. Oh, wait, no, sorry, we only had to do 1 sacrifice? That's great. That's awesome. I thought it was going to be a double sacrifice. Alright, so let's wait 1 more turn to sacrifice the shelter there. I think we'll do 2 Ratmancer. 2 Ratmancers coming out. I think that's fine. We'll put them off to the side as to not stymie our ballistas and other things that need to be a little bit closer to the center there. I think that's fine. We'll hold off on this because, like I said, I want to wait for this to spawn another unit before I sacrifice it. Well, we can summon the extra pagan. We might as well, right? All right, good stuff. Let's go. Oh, man. This is looking pretty good. The sword's out there. Oh, man. This is awesome. Oh, what is that? Hang on. What did he put in the middle there? What is this guy? Hold up. The Sork Tower. 200 health. Good lord. On prey attacks 10 troops, man. Yikes. All right, well. Observer will play that first every time. Like I said, there's the Altar of Bone double attack. All right. Then in that case, send it. Oh, we get to do double. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Oh, huge. Oh, very nice. Okay. Sacrifice with the Soulcaster is a no-brainer. We'll put him down in the front there. Ratmancer or the altar, I think I will take another Ratmancer to boost the troops up a little bit. We're out of energy. Let's just roll the turn here. And what is coming at us with this tower? Oh, he's got chain lightning. Okay. That's pretty bad. I don't think we're damaging him because of his shield at all. Oh no, we've done some damage to him. Okay, good. Well, we got double observer cards. How did we get 2 of these? Oh, it has echo. That's how. Okay. Well, all right. We'll play it. Ratmancer doubled it, and then we'll play the other doubler. Oh my goodness, 3 Ratmancers coming out. Before we do that, let's use Grave of Swords, sacrifice, put it over to the side. Now we play the altar. Oh man, that's nice, dude. That's really nice. Then 3 Ratmancers coming out. That's pretty strong. All right, man. I think we're in really good shape with this battle. We have 2 pagans still somehow. I'm not sure how long that lasts. Dude, we just freaking steamrolled them. Even magic can't stop us, dude. Looting, searching. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh. All right, another Grave of Swords. We got a Harvest card. Each sacrifice field grants +1 attack and +1 health to all buildings. We don't have fields, I don't think. We got Architect, power, +1 summoning for the first building card in hand each turn. That's interesting. Let's take it. I like it. We're going to keep going. You bet. Oh, man. Oh, this is... You might find special coins inside the chest, which would be great before the store. So I think that's our play. Let's do that. Keep going. You got it. Open this thing up. Oh, yeah, dude. We got 1 coin. I was kind of thinking it'd be a little bit more substantial than 1, but you know what? That's why I don't buy lottery tickets either. All right. Okay. So we know that this is now burning a card, so we don't have to really think too hard about it. Strategist. This is a spell. Choose 2 cards in hand. The first costs 0. The second one gets exhausted. Can't see our deck on this screen, huh? Well, for 1 coin, I'll buy another one of those. Strategist is actually pretty good. And another Grave of Swords. Why not, dude? That's fine. We spent all of our gold. All right, let's see what the next battle has in store here. We're going to absorb a corpse. Oh, another card. Nightmare Gaze. +2 summon for adjacent buildings. Interesting. And then Harbinger Hatch. We saw that card earlier. I mean, it would work with the extra energy, but at the same time, it's just so expensive. It kind of nukes your entire turn. Good for the late game, though, when you've already got a lot of buildings out. Let's grab the Nightmare Gaze power. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. The final obstacle stood before you, a mere fragment of my soul. What is this, dude? This is probably the last battle of the demo, guys. Oh, what is that? Hang on. Red Slime. End auto battle, add fear card to your discard pile. Okay, so it seems like we're going to get hit with gnarly cards. Let's play Nightmare first. So guys, power and spells just target your sacrificial lamb in the center there. Okay, so which one has sacrifice? Oh no, sorry, that just made adjacent buildings. This is the one that adds sacrifice. Okay, what we'll do, I don't want that slime card. Oh, we get to do 3. That's insane, dude. Yeah, let's do that. Oh man, the slime thing has like a ton of health. Okay, that's good to know. Here's what we'll do. We'll play Strategist. And we'll do... Soulcaster will become free. Then the Ratmaster will be at exhaust. Okay. Now we play this. Oh, I forgot that we can only sacrifice one thing. Dang it. Okay, it's fine. Now we do the Ratmancer's gonna exhaust this card. We'll put it off to the side, or do we want it in the back? Let's do, yeah, let's do off to the side there. We want to save the back slots for the ballistas, man. That's what we want to do. Here we go. All right, roll it. Blow up that damn thing. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got basically like a curse in our deck. Oh, my God. Okay, wait. All right, hold on. What is this thing? The Void Stalker, dude. He's got 666 health, Mark of the Beast. When attacking, if it destroys a building, add a fear card. Okay. Not great, huh? Not great at all. +1 summon for first building card in hand each turn. Well, that's an expensive card. Let's play Observer first, as always. So double Ratmancer coming out. I think we'll put the Shelter down in the back. We'll throw in the Ballistas so we can get those up and running. As you guys know, on the sides is where I like to put them. And then we double Ratmancer action. And let's put them off to the side there so we have our lanes open. And that's about all we can do this turn. Oh man, he's moving up already towards us. That's not good. Oof. All right, we just had a building destroyed, I think by the Goblin Archer Tower there. Destroyed one of our buildings. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this turn is pretty straightforward. We're going to play one of these. I think I'll save the other one for later. We're going to have to sacrifice definitely that guy. You're gone. And we'll put Grave of Swords again off to the side. Double Ballista action coming out. Oh, we have another sacrifice to make. So that's another Grave of Swords right there. And then double Ballista coming out. We'll put it in the 2 lanes there and there. There we go. Now we have a nice, basically a nice wall of arrows coming out every turn. We're going to summon the extra pagan. And then I think we're done. We're going to save this for later, guys, all right? We ran the other one already, so let's see what happens here. Hopefully the ballistas fire. There goes one of them, all right? Oh, did that building just move? That looked like it did. That's interesting. All right, here we go. Play that, of course. Double alt. Oh, 4x altar a bone. Dang. Well, damn. All right. Well, yeah, let's roll that then. That's pretty strong, man. Although it didn't seem to make much of a dent in the Void Stalker because he's got so much shield on him. Anyway, let's sacrifice once again. I do really like the the sword sacrificial thing. I think that's a pretty good card. Man, this is not ideal, is it? We're just basically like gunking up the works with the altars, but we can okay, I was going to say, hopefully take out one of the spawners, and we did, which is great. We have 3 energy left over with nothing to do with it. So we'll just end the turn. I'm going to keep saving that extra energy card. All right, guys. Well, Mancers, I don't know what to tell you. You guys are in trouble, I think. Oh, he's not fighting back. That's interesting. Wonder why not. I think we got this in the bag, though, man, to be honest. I think we're good. Oh, there's a fear. So it's just basically a just a card that we have to burn, you know, essentially. So double Ratmancer's coming out. We're gonna do Soulcaster big time on this, dude. We'll throw it out in the front. Huge, man, huge. That's gonna be a lot of damage. let's play our Ratmancers. And then exhaust these 2 fear cards. Get them out of our deck. Alright, that's a good turn, I'd say. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's take a look at the boss. What's happening with his health exactly? Alright, so I guess what I'm thinking is going on here is you have to kill him in 1 turn. You can't damage him over time. Has to be in the same turn to kill him. At least that's what it seems like. Alright, double Grave of Swords is pretty good. We'll play that power. And then, I think we don't need to bother with the strategist right now. I think we just need to play more sword action coming out, dude. Yeah, I think so. That works for me. Same thing here. More swords are welcome. And that's... I think that's our turn, guys. Can we summon? Nope, we don't have enough sacrifices yet. Hopefully next turn. Uh-oh, what's he doing? He's coming towards our base. Our units went right past him for some reason. Need you guys to come back and attack him, please? Oh, man. Well, he survived that one, but I'm thinking next turn he's probably done. So let's... Yeah, let's spend everything. Triple Ratmancer coming out. The altar's just gearing up. Let's see what happens here. Alright, so he has only 6... No, sorry, that's the ghost sword. Okay, he's down to 120 health. His defense is already gone. All we really got to do here... We can't hit him, can we? Oh, that can hit him. He's down to 68 health. I think he's done. I think we got him, boys. Let's see what happens here. Oh, yeah. The swords just freaking decimated him. That's it. You finished the demo, guys. Here we go. Interesting, isn't it? This is only 15% of the content in my masterpiece. That's a bold claim for a developer. I gotta say, I haven't seen that one before. Care to play again? Guys, pretty interesting game. Good luck. Have fun, huh? We're playing another round. That's just how it goes. That's the end of the demo, guys. So that's an interesting, this is an interesting game. Kind of like I said, a nice mix of tower defense and deck building. And we didn't have a chance to see any relics, but I wonder if that's going to be added to the full version later on. As always, guys, there will be a link in the description below, so if the demo is still live, you can download it and give it a try for yourself. I'd like to thank the developers for sending this my way. I'll definitely keep my eye on this one, guys, and with more polish, I think there's a lot of potential for this one. And as always, guys, if you watch the whole video, I do really appreciate it. It helps out my channel. I hope you guys are having fun. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see ya for the next one.